Greetings, everyone. For those concerned and interested, I'm Zahra Abdul Hussain Mohsin Jawad Sajwani. My first name is Zahra, and originally I'm from Sharjah. And so all these, my father's name, grandfather's name, great-grandfather's name, and the family name is there beside me, like Abdul Hussain Mohsin Jawad Sajwani. This is how we put our name here in the UAE, especially officially in the passport. In case you don't believe that I'm a real person and I exist, and maybe you may doubt me or mistrust me. Actually, I'm trying to show my face, but I can't come online anymore live. And sometimes I don't even like to put my picture on these videos, but I'm taking the risk of saying something very personal and taking some names of my family members. I have a very complicated case, but it's very, very dangerous, perhaps. I have some proof from the past two from Karachi American School. Let me remind you that I was a student in Karachi American School from 1977 August. I joined to 1983 September. Oh no. May 1983. I completed the year 1983, my grade in college, in Karachi American School. My name was Zahra, Zahra, Jawad, Jawad, in the Karachi American School. This is the Karachi American School, which is in Karsas, KDA, scheme number 1, Karachi, Pakistan. I'm not giving many of my details because it's too much now. Karachi American School had my details, home address, home number, everything. My brother was studying there too, and he completed his 12th grade, graduated from Karachi American School. The thing is that my enemies are from Karachi American School. They are Americans, and they know everything, like the CIA would know about us. And I don't know anything about them. Only recently did the names came back to me. I think the girl's name was the student there who had abused Miss Disa in PE class, period, we call it period, her name was Marianne, and the force told me it's Marianne Williamson. The spiritual teacher now, she's everywhere on Facebook and healing, spiritual healing and all this. And so her boyfriend's name in Karachi American School was Matthew. So recently I was reminded, I don't know how true this is, but so I have to say this. I had to say this. And then, yes, things happening, tragedies, people dying. So one was, again, I may remind you of the Gulf Air crash in 1983, September. A month after my brilliant birthday with Miss Disa. Well, it wasn't so brilliant, but Miss Disa was there, and some moments I got to laugh with her and take a picture out and video with her. So I could record all the affections I showed her. And then I don't know what happened, but we had a argument, and Miss Disa was upset with me. So when the Gulf Air crash took place, Miss Dessa was not even talking to me at the funeral of one of my fellow classmate's father who was martyred in this Gulf Air crash, going from Karachi to Abu Dhabi. So it was I couldn't believe that Miss Dessa was not talking to me. It was our Shia Muslim Soyam Majlis. You know, we cry and everything on. We mention as the Karbala martyrs for a man who dies, a believer, Shia Muslim. We mention Imam Hussein or Ali Asghar. For infants, we mention Ali Asghar alayhi salam, 6 months old. For adults, adolescents who pass away or are martyred, we mention Ali Akbar alayhi salam, Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam, and like that. Likewise. But the most important thing is that here, that is also very important, but now for the safety of others, and I'm seeking help, whoever can help me stop this madness going on, if we can be helped. It's very unlikely, but it's far-fetched and far-reached. But I just have to put my thing in and try, scream for help. And this is how I am inside, I guess, sometimes. So I think Miss Dessa was scared that it was like a threat that if you spoke to her, but then yes, because Dr. Todd, the psychologist, was there, I think, already 1983. I'm not sure. No, she came in 1984. But so this could have started that a reminder to Miss Dessa, a threat that we will perhaps kill my father or my loved ones. And my brother was at that time in Karachi American School, so Miss Dessa couldn't do anything. And Miss Dessa's brother was in the United States of America. So she must have felt very, very threatened. And that's why she was still not talking to me. Just imagine someone dying so tragically, and all his 3 children studied from Karachi American School. At that time, one of them had graduated, but 2 were there, and one was in my class. Please, something I have, my suspicions are on Marianne Williamson and Matthew, who were in Karachi American School in 1982. The Marianne were in high school at that time. I was in 6th grade, and then I think I reached 7th grade, and then 8th grade. The 8th grade, 1983. Dr. Todd, or in 7th grade, they brought a psychologist to, and all the things that they wanted to do against me started. They haven't left it at that. I left the American school, but they didn't want Miss Dessa and I to reconcile. They wanted us separated forever, me to go insane, and not only my going insane, but for me, the tragedies like harming my loved ones, causing immense mass murder, blowing up planes, and even now they want to harm my country, UAE. since I've come here. And so before it was Karachi and Pakistan, like, so bringing the Taliban in the end, it was terrible for us. When the media came out and we were on Facebook, social media, there was lots of threats about Taliban making Pakistan a hostage, and we were so scared. And against Shia genocide also was taking place for many years now. And now that I've come to UAE, you can see what's happened here. So as I am speaking, they must be listening to me. There's a overt listening and watching, and things like that happening. Energy also, but this is the main thing. So they are 50, 100, God knows how many, things ahead of us. So they could be planning something against my UAE country, and anything in Karachi or whatever I post in Facebook or not post, it just happens. The tragedy takes place. And so they even got some of my family members involved, like I've spoken about my aunt. So they give these bribes, and they promise many things to those who cope with them. Who cooperate with them. Suddenly this aunt became rich, and I've explained everything. She just married a simple tuition master who didn't even have the money to, initially, didn't have the money to have an apartment for himself in a place like a very Karadar, not even that middle class, So he couldn't afford an apartment there. And then all of a sudden she's become so rich that she's beaten even my father and people who have worked hard. And sorry. And so whether I put this message on or not, they will certainly be destroying my country, UAE, and they are destroying us Muslims, Christians, Jews, these terrorists. Behind the terrorists, they give money. They are financing terrorism and against Muslims or whatever they can whoever they can get their hands on, or whatever they can get their hands on, to create a world of terror. So if let's say if I say I hate this person, or but I really don't mean to harm them, and but this is just a pure hatred. I just express my feelings and everything, and these people, they say we love you and we want peace and all this. It's like the new age world order, they call it, but it's a great world disorder they are spreading, and for many years now, many years. I don't know what price I will have to pay now. Being mentally sick, now they've put me in this mental sickness, and I can't even get up most of the time. I'm bedridden. So I don't know what price I will have to pay for this, and what price my country is paying for this. My country, UAE, United Arab Emirates, and my mother's country, Pakistan. And due to Ms. Dessa, the Christians and due to us being Shia Muslims. And then when I was taking help from the Indian sages, so India also. So I've already told myself, but I still feel angry at India. I don't know why, for selling their yoga to these Americans. Although without USA, India is overpopulated, and there's so much poverty in India. So they must be under duress and they cannot help it. And so I tell myself, please forgive these gurus you took help from, because already you were in a crisis. So you were forced to take help from them. And then please forgive me. I've already conveyed this to the gurus of India. And still, I at times get angry, so please forgive me at you, the gurus of India. Thank you so much. And yes, I hope I've made my point. Some of them I may have missed, not said properly. Maybe you don't believe me, but I have to hide my ID in a way that the CIA of the United States of America must be knowing where I am at with the Google map and with the mobile GSM, they call it, or whatever. They are really, really punishing my UAE and Saudi Arabia in Yemen. And they even killed Sheikh Rashid bin Muhammad Al Maktoum. They also gave the tennis player of Karachi American School a heart attack when he was I was going there for coaching, and so was my brother. Because my brother was there, I was already out of the Karachi American School, but my father had asked if I could use the facilities. So in summertime, one summer I went to the tennis player of Karachi American School, and then I found out that he died of a heart attack. He was quite young. He wasn't old at all. In fact, at that time, he was coaching me for tennis and then coaching my brother for squash. So he had so much stamina. But then they gave him a heart attack. I will continue later, inshallah. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Ameen.